How's everyone doing? Today I have a horror Blu-ray collection update with 5 pickups right here. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them and let me know which one of these is your favorite as well. Leave me those comments down below. And first up is Revenge. This is a very stylistic take on the assault revenge genre. I'm trying not to use certain keywords there with the letter R, but basically it's about this very attractive girl right here, and she's hanging out with her rich boyfriend who I believe is married in the movie. I've seen it, but it's been a little bit now. I saw it when it first came out, and he has 2 friends come over who are kind of skeezy, and they're going on a hunting trip, and the main guy has to leave, her boyfriend, and while he's away, the 2 other guys are kind of bothering her, and one guy ends up assaulting her, and then afterwards the guy comes back and decides that they need to kill her to get rid of her because he can't deal with that because he's wealthy and he's got a family and stuff like that, and they leave her for dead, and then she's not dead, and they're hunting her down. It's not really, that's the thing I didn't like, it doesn't really fit the title Revenge because she's not looking for them, she's being hunted and chased, and she's just outwitting them and taking them down. It's very formulaic. I feel like this movie had tons and tons of hype, and I think it's very well shot, very stylistic, but it's nothing new. The kills, I really feel like the first couple kills weren't that great, and then the climax was amazing. I love the climax, and you absolutely have to suspend disbelief with most movies, horror movies especially, but this movie in particular. But the lead actress here is the driving force. She is amazing. Matilda Lutz, phenomenal in this role, iconic in this role, and I think this is definitely one of the best assault revenge movies out there. Again, it's really about the climax and about her. She's so good in that, and it's so beautifully shot, incredibly stylistic. In the desert, and it's dirty and grimy, but at the same time, it also looks stunning. Very well shot, very well acted. All right, here's one other issue: the actors, their demeanor, except for one aspect. The one guy who assaulted her, he was basically a jerk and very aggressive, and then all of a sudden, when he finds out that she's alive, he basically turns into a wimp. And I'm like, how did that turnaround happen? You were strong enough to, take her down, and now when you have backup, you're, kind of weak. That didn't really make much sense. It kind of bothered me. But very gritty, very well acted and performed and shot. Definitely one of the best of its ilk. And a nice slipcover for it too. This is a French film, by the way. And next up is the beautiful Steelbook. This is a Welgo USA release. I wish they would do more Steelbooks. They haven't done many. This is Train to Busan. I like that artwork right there. And there's the back. And I'll go ahead and open it up. I keep the wraparound J cards inside. I usually fold them up and just put them inside. I just feel like it's more complete that way. Got an advertisement in here, and then there's the disc, and I'll go ahead and show you the zombies right there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a zombie / infected film. Virus, people have to fight to survive, and the lead character gets on this train, and it's just all out, balls to the wall action, zombie action, and it's just palpable tension all throughout. It just never really lets up. It's very well shot as too, and just great gore effects and just palpable tension. Love the heck out of this one. A really nice release for it too. Next up is the Cloverfield Paradox. This is from Paramount. Kind of widens the Cloverfield universe a bit. This one is a sci-fi horror, more sci-fi than the other ones. I feel like they're all kind of sci-fi, but this one more so. They're in space. They're trying to look for an alternate energy source because Earth is on the brink of devastation and an energy war, and there's scientists on here, and they're trying to figure out how to save Earth. And there's interesting stuff that happens at the end, especially that gives you more of an insight or possible insight to the Cloverfield universe. And there's some really creepy scenes here and imagery, and very intriguing. I really like the cast here too. A lot of recognizable actors right there. And if you like the Cloverfield universe and you like sci-fi movies, like nowhere near the level of Event Horizon, but I love Event Horizon, by the way, super creepy. But it does have some similarities as far as being in space and then certain creepy imagery going on. But I definitely think this is another good sci-fi horror film. I will say though, out of all the Cloverfield movies, this is probably my least favorite, but I still enjoy the heck out of it, and I would definitely recommend it. This has 25 minutes of never before seen features. So there you go. And next up, this is an IFC Films release, and it's Byzantium. And I loved the heck out of this movie. I put off watching this movie for so long. I'm not too big into like the kind of older, I don't know, like Victorian age and Gothic kind of stuff, Gothic horror. I'm not that big on that. But the two leads here were amazing. I always mispronounce her name, Saoirse Ronan. I know I'm butchering that. She's been in a ton of stuff recently. Gemma Arterton, both really good here. Some other recognizable faces. But basically, it's about a mother-daughter vampires, and they're basically been around for 200 years, and they're being hunted, so they kind of have to move from town to town. The younger girl right there, she's basically feeding on the elderly, while the mother, is a prostitute and basically being more violent. And she kind of leaves a trail behind her, and people are hunting them both down. And I love the journey here. I love the backstory. I love when they go to this one place where the person is initially turned. I just thought that was super cool, and I really enjoyed this way more than I thought I would. Very interesting take on it too. This is from director Neil Jordan, who's a phenomenal director. And again, this one surprised the heck out of me. He also did Interview with a Vampire too. But so they really know what they're doing with the vampire genre right there too. Interview with a Vampire, I feel like, is a classic. And this one, to me, it deserves way more attention. I feel like this is very underrated, and very happy to add it to my collection. I'm so sorry that I put off watching it for so long. And next up from Dread Central and Epic Pictures is Extremity. And a lot of their releases are numbered, so you can line them all up and have a collection, which I like when companies do that. This, to me, I was hating this movie for the majority of it, and then the ending just got me. Oh, the climax, like the last 15 minutes were just awesome to me and made it worth keeping in my collection. It's basically revolves around this young woman, Allison, who has a lot of emotional trauma, and she wants to go to this extreme haunted, house kind of thing, or a haunted attraction, not necessarily a haunted house, a haunted attraction. And it's called Perdition. And it's her and another guy go there. They get kind of taken, they're blindfolded, and they do all kinds of crazy things to them. And she thinks that this will help her psychologically get over her trauma, which I thought that whole idea and concept was ridiculous, just absurd. So it's just all kinds of things of pushing the limits, and they're trying to say, oh, this is real, this is really happening, people are getting killed here. And the ending, though, makes it all worth it. Oh, I love the ending so freaking much, and the lead actress was amazing. Some good gore effects in here too, some really good tension. I didn't really care for the concept at all, as far as using extreme haunts as kind of psychology to get over troubled emotional trauma. I just thought that was ridiculous, but I loved the effects. I love the lead actress, and I love the last 15 minutes especially of the climax. There's just palpable tension. So I feel like it's worth it for that alone. Some good special features on here too. And I really like what Epic Pictures and Dread Central are doing with their releases too. There's some really good releases. Terrifier, I feel like, is the most popular one, but they have a bunch of other really good ones that are worth checking out. So there you go. Those are my 5 horror Blu-ray pickups. If you've seen any of these ones, definitely let me know what you think of them, and let me know which one of these is your favorite. And let me know what your favorite assault revenge movie is, like I Spit on Your Grave, stuff like that. And let me know what your favorite zombie infected movie, modern zombie infected movie is. Let me know what your favorite sci-fi horror movie is. Let me know what your favorite modern vampire movie is. And there you go. Leave me all those comments down below, and I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.